When you're looking for a CEO fragrance, a business fragrance, you want something that's powerful but not offensive. Some men's fragrances are very in your face, kind of too much, too smoky, too musky, too this or that. If you want a proper kind of businessman fragrance, you need something more unique, more of an authority fragrance. And that's what this video is about. I'm going to go through five fragrances that are perfect for the higher end of the business world, starting with a very popular classic. This is Dior Homme. Dior Homme, any variation I would argue, is very unique because it's an iris fragrance mixed with some very cool, crisp notes. It's definitely not your average male fragrance. It's not grounded with heavy musks or anything like that. It's very clean smelling, very crisp, very light and sophisticated, elegant. And that's important for any CEO fragrance. And I think that hits the mark perfectly. You can't really get more businessy than Dior Homme. It's also really good for daytime, nighttime, pretty much any time. And it's just a very sophisticated sort of fragrance, kind of a nice suited, something a nice suited man would wear in the office or any occasion like that. The next one is Invictus by Paco Rabanne. This is a very unique kind of citrusy, aquatic, light and fresh fragrance, but it's different from Dior Homme in the fact that it's more reminiscent of summer, of the beach, but not in a casual way. This is another kind of clean fragrance, but it has authority, it has this sophistication, this power. Again, there's not really any heavy musks in here. It's more of similar to Acqua di Gio, kind of more of a citrusy, ocean-esque sort of fragrance, but definitely very, very good for the upper business world. The next one is Versace Dylan Blue. This is kind of similar to Invictus, but off to the side a little bit, because while it does have some very crisp notes of bergamot and some aquatic notes, it also has tonka bean, saffron, incense notes, black pepper. So it has these extra warm notes that the previous two options don't have, and that makes it more unique. Dylan Blue is also a classic. It's definitely one of the more sophisticated male Versace fragrances, and it has great performance, super great projection, great longevity. It'll last all day easily, and you can't really go wrong with it. I haven't come across anyone who actively dislikes Dylan Blue, so it's definitely a go-to option if you really don't know what to choose. It's a classic. Then, if you're looking for kind of a statement piece, you can consider Creed Irish Tweed. Anything from Creed is hyper luxury. Of course, for that reason, they're more expensive, but because of that high price, you're getting quality unlike anything you've ever gotten before. Even better than your typical designer brands like Versace and Paco Rabanne. So this sets you apart from the crowd. It shows, yeah, I can afford this. This is kind of a part of what I'm trying to portray. And Green Irish Tweed is another very special sort of fragrance because it's primarily, it's filled with these green notes, lemon verbena, violet leaves, that sort of thing, more of a natural fragrance, a little bit kind of, little bit grassy, but it has a very unique smoothness and yet sharpness. So it's definitely something that people will notice, because Creed fragrances, because they're so expensive, aren't as popular or readily accessible as some of these other fragrances. So if you wear this, people will notice it immediately and they'll be like, what are you wearing? That's something unique. So definitely if you want to show off a little bit, Green Irish Tweed is the way to go. And then the last one that I have is Christian Dior's Ambre Nuit, Amber Night, which is very kind of woodsy. There's some ambergris, musky sort of fragrance. So this is probably the heaviest option on the list. Has some of those richer, darker notes. So you have to be a little bit more careful depending on kind of what kind of vibe you want to portray. This is common for more evening occasions, but you can wear this definitely during the daytime. And it's nice because despite its heavy notes, it has a sense of modesty, this smoothness, while still having this great projection and great performance. So pretty much all of those are ideal CEO fragrances. You could wear them pretty much at any point in the business world. They're all really sophisticated, crisp, very potent. You know, they have this control over the situation, this authority. So pretty much if you choose between all of those, or any of those, you'll be good to go in the business world. So that's what I have to say about popular CEO fragrances for men. If you have any opinions about them, you can leave those down in the comments below. If you like the video, leave a like, maybe subscribe, and I make videos throughout the week, so stick around for those.